Welcome to Mobile Car Mechanic. Today we're going to show you how to install a rear sway bar on this 2000 Honda Civic EX. It's going to apply from, I believe, 96 to 2000. Let's get to it. Our parts and tools needed are going to be the sway bar bushing, 2 end links, a ratchet, in our case 13mm socket wrench or regular wrench, 2 12s, 1 deep, 1 short, 13. I think we needed a 14 and we have a 17 as well as our this part number here for the M8 by 112 or 125 by 20 millimeters. So that's the length of the bolt is 20, and then these are the locking washers, and that's the part number as well. Okay, so we're gonna jack up the front of the rear end. We're gonna use the tow hook on this right here to jack up both wheels. So that's right here. We're gonna put jack stands on each side. So just get it lined up. All right, so we're gonna get our jack stands ready here. Just gonna put on the jack points. We're gonna have one right here, and we'll get one on the other side. All right. Now we'll lower the jack until it contacts the jack, the jack stands. Okay, so we're going to take the sway bar here. We have some bushings that need to go onto them. Gonna loosely apply them for now because we'll need to make adjustments. Okay, these are the brackets that I'm using. These are SI brackets. You can use Integra ones, but they will have a fold in them where you'll have to put washers in them to adapt it to the subframe so it doesn't rock back and forth. Okay, now these are the old ones. The way they worked is they'd actually be on the same direction. Well, I ordered these from Rock Auto. So I asked for a left and a right. Well, I got either 2 lefts or 2 rights. I'm just gonna try to make it work. It's not gonna be so I have 2 lefts, the 2 the same side. So whatever, we're gonna try to make it work. And there's these little washer things that I have in here. I don't remember if that was what was there beforehand. I have no bushings in there, so let's put it in. One's going to be on the outside, one's going to be on the inside. Not the preferred way to do it, but whatever. I'm just going to do what I have with what I have. Get the washers that were there too. Okay, let me just tighten these up. This one's a 13mm. I'm pretty sure that one's going to be something different. Okay. I'll have to get a different size socket. This looks like it's probably going to be a 17. Okay, this side is a 17, so let's get that locked down as well. Okay. Now, what I have here are the brackets. So we're going to try to get these screwed on first before we get the sway bar in place, because we need to mount them. I bought a M8 1.25 by 20 bolt. So I had a 4-pack here. And then these are the corresponding nuts. So we're going to use these. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Okay, so we need to mount the bracket. Normal on an SI, there's actually nuts welded to the back of the frame for the bolts to thread in, but since I don't have it, this is an EX, it doesn't have it. So I'm going to use an M8 bolt with an M8 nut, and I'm going to put the nut behind there using an actual like wrench. And then we're gonna counter hold the nut as well as allow me to tighten it. So let's do that. I'm gonna do the top first because I feel like that one's gonna be a pain to get the bolt in. I'm gonna use my finger now, or actually I'm gonna use my might have to use my finger to kind of hold it in place, since the nut doesn't really have any way of holding itself in place. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to push it up and then hold it and then try to get the screw in, thread it in at least. So I'm going to get my 13mm wrench in here if I can. Okay. And then I think what I'm going to do as well on top of that is see if I can get the see if I can put this one in there too, but without the nut. So it kind of holds it in place from flinging along all over. Plan failed as usual. Okay, so I have the bolt in there, at least for the top one. I tried to use this to kind of hold that in place. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a whack. Okay, got the screw in there now. Gonna get the other nut. We'll do the same deal. The problem with these nuts are that they're super tight, and I matched them to the thread pitch and all, but I don't know why they have to be so difficult. I guess they're somewhat of a locking nut. So now I try to do the same thing here. Okay, bracket is nice and in place. Doesn't look like it's going to hit the control arm, which is good. And we're going to do the same thing for the driver's side. Okay, same deal with the left side. Just know that these need to be poking out like this. So this is the subframe, and then these are the brackets for the sway bar. All right, so I'm going to try to use my finger to do the same thing I did last time. Just scoot it up until I can get it in there, which it looks like I got it right on. First try, maybe. Fantastic. All right. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put the one of the bolts in here just to kind of center it. And hopefully we can tighten this thing up without a hassle. Okay, now let's get this second one in place. This one's a lot easier. Okay, bracket is now bolted and secured in place. Now we're gonna go get our sway bar and start mounting them on the D brackets, or the brackets here with the D brackets. Okay, so we need our D brackets. I'm going to first put these into the lower control arms, the end links. So we do that. It might be a little odd for us because of the stupid stuff that happened with Rock Auto. Okay. Just gonna thread the nut in for now, just so it doesn't really pop out of place. And then I'm gonna do the same thing for the right side. I just wanna get them mounted in place so that I don't really have to fight it too much. Okay. These are locking nuts. So now that we have the sway bar, at least for the most part, in place, now I need to get the bushings in the right spot. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the bushing all the way to like right there. So now that we have that there, I should be able to get the D bracket in place. And I should be able to go ahead and get these screwed in. I'm not going to screw it all the way in because the top isn't fully lined up. And I got this stupid cover for the gas thing, the gas piping away. Okay, I'm gonna get that, see if I can get that tightened up as well, since I'm on this side already. Okay, pretty sure what's happening at this point is that it's spinning. So I'll deal with that later. We'll have to get something to counter hold it. I'll do that off camera. Essentially, you can get some vice grips, squeeze in there, and then just hold it down and tighten it. I don't feel like doing that right now on the camera because I gotta look for my vice grips. So let's go jump to the other side. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing here. Just get this lined up to that. Okay. Make sure you get the bracket on there. Okay, I'll do my best to get it lined up. A little bit more difficult because the exhaust is in the way. I'll have to get that one with a socket wrench. I mean a regular wrench, because the my deep 12 is not going to fit either one of these. Yeah, let's try to take the lazy way out and do the 13. So let me go get my 12. All right, just use a short 12. That'll work in this case here. Okay, do the same for the top. Okay, let's see if we can tighten this one up. Pretty sure I'm going to run into the same issue. Okay, so this one's nice and tight. Okay. I'll be messing with the other one off camera, but pretty much that's it. We're done. Thank you for watching Mobile Car Mechanic. Today we just showed you how to install a rear sway bar on this 2000 Honda Civic EX. Again, this will apply from 96 to 2000. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.